Oh my goodness, it's on. What? Oh. What? I don't know what she said. I thought she said cash. I was like, well, yeah, I have cash, but it's your cash. My mommy gave it to me. It's 6 a.m. I got to bed a little bit later than I wanted to, so I couldn't get up early. Oh, gee wilkers, my neck. Oh, here she is. Hello?
Hello? Hey, if you need gas, just use a card too, cause, okay?
Okay. I thought you said cash.
No, I said if you need gas.
Yeah, good. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know you drive back and forth and it takes gas, but since you don't have your card, just, you know.
Right, yeah.
Use Discover for what you need.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, bye, Princess.
Alright, bye. So that's a nice transition to introduce the idea that my debit card had some fraudulent activity. It got hacked, maybe? I don't know. I got home yesterday and my mom goes, "Stop ordering stuff from Temu." And I was like, what? I was like, I didn't do anything. I was like, I was at work. I was at the Peoria Zoo, man. But she was like, "Stop ordering stuff from Temu." And I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't order anything. And she was like, "Check your account." And I was like, uh-oh. I open up my account and there's a charge for like 16 bucks. Okay, sorry, that's my fault. Okay, 16 bucks. Which is honestly, I mean, it's like, that's not a lot, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me, bruh. And I was like, oh no, dang it. Well, because, like, first of all, how did that happen? That's so frustrating. And then second of all, I had to cancel my card, and then that calls for not being able to use my card until I get one, which I don't know when that will be. And then also, I have my card set up to my phone, my Apple Pay, my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal. So I have to go in and delete those cards and put in new ones. It is just a whole thing, you know? So, today is Thursday. I've officially been working for 1 week. Yesterday was a field trip day, and it was a day, that was for sure. At one point, when we were taking the bus, we were on the way back to our like little site, right? And it was pouring down rain. Bus driver had to pull over, and she's like wiping off the windows because not only is it just so humid outside, but she's got like 50 hot bodies in her bus, and it is just steaming, and it is so hot and like humid because of this rain. And the rain kind of lets up a little bit. She clears her window, she starts driving, and then they're doing construction on the bridge, right? There's a fly in here. Oh, wrong window. Get out! Solid. They're doing construction on the bridge, right? Okay, so we're driving on the bridge, it's still raining, and all of a sudden in the front, it's just doof, like against the bus. One of the construction signs like whacked the bus, and I think it was because of the wind. I'm very confident that our bus driver did not drive into it. She was so frazzled and like she felt so bad, just because of like how it was all going. And then she started to take the wrong exit, and I had to be like, no, go straight. And so she had to like veer past like these construction cones. Oh gosh, it was crazy. And the behavior was kind of like a little much in some of the kids, and it got to a point where at the end of the day I had to talk to at least 2 parents about, like more than that, but like at least 2 about the behavior of their child. Then it went well. I mean, it's just, you know me, I'm not really confrontational, but at this point, like I have like one, authority, and two, like, there is a system that this camp is run by, and the society that creates is based on upholding these expectations. And so the parents have a little thing that's signed, the kids are aware, but like, these are expectations that if they are broken, there are consequences. And so that just comes with, like, you broke it, we got to talk about it. But oh my gosh, beautiful blessing. I freaking love these kids. I would literally die for these kids. Okay, like, most precious. I totally understand why Jesus says to be like the little children. Like, oh my gosh, they are so amazing. Yes, they are rowdy. Yes, a little bit of behavioral issues at times, but so freaking precious, man. This boy was so sad at the zoo because he couldn't see the poison dart frogs. Like, wanted to be alone. He was crying. And again, I'm going back to this whole thing about vulnerability. I love that they are just so vulnerable and raw with their feelings. Why are you sad? I'm sad because I didn't get to see what I wanted to see, okay? And that's big for me. Okay, buddy, let's talk about it. Like, I want to talk about this with you, all right? Like, what can I do to help you? And I couldn't promise him anything at that point, but I talked to him about the trip, and I was like, let's go find your group. Like, we're gonna go. He let me pray with him. It was beautiful. Oh, it was amazing. And then, praise the Lord, he got to see the poison dart frogs, and he was off the walls. He was so freaking happy that he got to see the poison dart frogs. It was awesome. And then one of the other boys who he's like in the older group, he's, you know, just about to make this like age cutoff, right? He frequently gets in trouble, and he was at his like third strike, you know, and I can tell like there was something deeper in him. And so like I was the one that had to have that conversation with him, because I also had to figure out the policy is that they get sent home after strike 3. But we were at the end of the day, we hadn't figured out like what had even happened leading up to these strikes. And so there was a lot of evaluating that needed to be done before like sending them home. And that we ended up not sending them home because it was so late in the day. We just waited for the parents. And he was like sad about something, and I explained to him like my part. I asked him, I was like, can you tell me what happened? Like, I want to hear your side of the story, because that's fair. And he nodded. So like I can see like the gears of like understanding justice are turning in his head, and I think part of him is confused because we have a lot of young staff who know what the expectations are, and when they see them, they are administering strikes, which, yes, technically that is fair because it is an expectation that they need to uphold that they are not doing. There is a line and they are crossing it. But the flip side is that sometimes these kids, especially the boys who are very rambunctious, they do not understand why it is breaking a top 5 expectation. Okay? And so I had this conversation that went really well, and again, so vulnerable. Like you can like read the conviction in his face. He's like, he told me he felt bad. He's like, I'm like upset. I feel bad, and I feel sorry. I just don't understand. He's like, I get strikes all the time, and I don't know why. And I was like, oh, here we go. Here's underneath. And so I was like, okay, like let's talk about it. And you know, I got to explain. I had the privilege of explaining like the depth of it, right? And I put in the gospel in there, you know. And I kind of, he's a baseball player, so I was like, you know, in baseball, your coach will yell at you. Like, your coach will get on you, and it's not because they're picking on you. It's because they know you can grow. And it's the same way that Jesus does it with his disciples, is that he was teaching them. And that's what we want to do with you. Like, we want you to grow into a nice, strong young man. And like explaining the whole concept of there's a time and a place. Yes, your parents might not get on you when you do this at home, and this might feel normal to you, but when you're in a group of 50 kids, this in particular can be distracting, and this is why we don't want you to do it. And then towards the end of it, he also let me pray for him, and I'm getting through my prayer, and something just freaking smacked me upside the head, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I don't know if we have ever told you this as staff, but we forgive you. Because I was praying about, like, oh, Jesus, like, you know, you forgive. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, does this kid know he's forgiven? And so I told him, I was like, you're forgiven. Like, we forgive you. And Jesus forgives you. Like, oh my gosh. And it was just this, like, aha moment that it's like, whoa, I can't believe I missed that. And, yeah. So I had a really great, I was like really frazzled at one point because everybody's calling my name. I had to text parents, like, what is this, you know? But, yep, that's it. Now I have my card canceled because somebody like hacked into it. I got home, and when that happened, I was like, I'm sitting on the edge of my bed, my face in my hands, and I'm like, oh, like I just need to take a shower. I have to call the bank. And now I'm not really on my own. I can't say that, but like the girl that was helping me out was leaving. Somebody else was filling in for the day, and then tomorrow the original site director is coming back. But I have to say, I am much more confident in like what I'm doing. I'm just much more confident in what I'm doing, to say the least. Yes. So that's gonna be it. That was my update for it. That was yesterday. I didn't record anything yesterday because I just didn't feel like it, okay? I had moments with God. I was just like, oh, because I was like understanding the father heart of God. Because as I look at these kids who are like crying in their conviction, like, first of all, I'm like, oh, that's beautiful that they like have remorse and that they're convicted and that they want to do better. Like, they clearly want to do better. And like, I look at them and I'm like, I don't want you to dwell on this. And I'm just like, my heart is so big for them. And I'm over here like, I would literally die for you. And I just have this realization that like, oh my gosh, that's how God sees me. That's how God sees me. God, you're so beautiful. Like, I literally, everything I just said is what comes out of my mouth when I'm by myself in my car. Like, all of that, this is how I process, like, without a camera, okay? This is how it happens. Oh, I probably could have taken the other spot. Oh well, there's literally nobody. But yeah, so like, I'm understanding the father heart more in this and being like, oh my gosh, this is how he feels like when I come to him in my sin. Like, because with these kids, it's like, man, I don't want them to feel ashamed, because I told him, I was like, I don't want you to feel condemned. And I'm like, oh my gosh, have we told him that we forgive him? We forgive you! Oh my gosh, it was so freaking beautiful. Like, so beautiful. So, I just really feel like I'm understanding God more in this. And yeah, feeling his heart, that's just so beautiful. So beautiful, man. Okay. May the Lord bless and keep you. May his face shine upon you. And oh my goodness, GoPro, stop recording.